Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So, remember how I said we were going to buy a new truck? Well, I did. And I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, for sure, just because of what I'm getting. You know, I've had this before, right? And it's definitely quote-unquote old news for the channel's sake, but it's not old news to me as a person, if you will, because I absolutely love the truck. That's why I keep coming back to it. You know, as I kind of thought through like how I'm gonna present this to you guys, I didn't really have a good answer. I didn't have a good anything to give you guys, to be honest, because I know for a fact you guys are gonna be like, "What the hell are you doing?" Because it is crazy. Because I've literally had this before, not just once, but twice before. You're like, why did you even sell in the first place? So that's a good question, and I don't have a good answer. And you guys know I am selling one of the three SUVs that we have. So you know we got the Land Cruiser right now, the Heritage Edition, the 4Runner TRD Pro, the Lunar Rock one, as well as the FJ Cruiser Trail Teams. So we have all three of those still, but next week, early next week, I am selling one of them. I won't say which one just yet. I'll share that with you next week after it sells, assuming it does fully go through. We'll see. But the gentleman is slated to fly out and actually pick it up on Monday, a Sunday and Monday actually. So more to follow on that once it's actually done. But the truck here. So this, although this is a really cool one, this is not it. All right. So the one that I ended up getting is over here, and as soon as I show it, you guys are going to take to the keyboard and think I'm a complete nut, and I totally understand that, and I won't fault you one bit. But we're back to this, and this for a few reasons. So, I mean, you guys have seen the 22 Tundra at the moment, and you know, obviously we've seen a number of leaked photos of it and real photos of it. And I think it looks like a hot bag of trash. I'm sure it is going to be phenomenal. So let me quickly follow it up with that. It's going to be phenomenal in every way. It's going to be better fuel economy, probably by a long shot with the hybrid. You know, it's going to be far better numbers when it comes to payload, towing capacity. Probably everything is going to be far, far superior than this ancient platform here, right? We got 381 horsepower, 401 foot-pounds of torque. This is in a very thirsty 5.7 liter V8, right? Stuff that you've heard me talk about already 100 times. So when it comes to content's sake, I mean, I'm not going to provide you guys much more new stuff. I'm sorry for that, but hopefully some of you kind of take this as I don't just buy cars for views on YouTube. I hope you can kind of put two and two together at this point, because if I was doing that, I would have got something different, right? If it was about that. So this is just me, no kidding, taking you along for my crazy journey with cars, and just kind of being a nutcase a little bit. So I hope some of you can appreciate that a little bit. I have already, especially since I've owned this before, I've already purchased a number of things for it within this last week and a half. Technically put the deposit down on it about a week and a half ago, so I knew I was going to get it. So right at that moment, I bought a bunch of cool stuff for it. So I'm excited to share it with you. And new stuff that I didn't do in my last one. So I'm gonna do Nitto Ridge grapplers, and I ended up going with the 295s this time around. It is gonna rub a little bit, and that's kind of a little bit of a drag. But it is such a subtle rub with the stock setup here for the TRD Pro that it's still worth it. Worth having that extra beefier tire, if you will. So the 295 70 18s is what I got for the Nitto Ridge grapplers. But the one thing I didn't get before that I bought for this one is I bought a Diamondback bed cover. So a lot of you guys were encouraging me to check them out as I touted the backflip MX4. If you guys remember, I put that on each of my Tundras before. Just because it's very streamlined, very subtle, and very light and easy to use. So I always liked that backflip one, but the Diamondback is the one that you guys have always touted to be awesome. So I'm trying it out. A little more than what I want to spend on a bed cover, but that's what I already purchased. So it should hopefully be here next week and a half. So they're pretty hardcore. The trifold, they fold upward, and in the rear they fold upward too, right? So more to follow on that. The only thing that this didn't have was the bed liner. So it's the only, I guess, quote-unquote bummer about it. I did pay MSRP from Galt Toyota. I'm still here. Haven't even started the thing yet, so I'm still here at Galt Toyota in New York. So came up here to pick it up. I'm gonna show you how much I paid, and I'm gonna tell you what I was going to do if this didn't happen. So this is, I'm trying to cover up some of my personal information here, but this is how much I paid. So this is admittedly about, I think, $1,500 or $2,000 more. Yeah, I paid $54,500 or $54,700 or something like that for my last one. So I technically paid more for this one, even though it's technically less equipped without the bed liner, right? My other one did have that. My other one had a locking tailgate as well. I don't think this one does. Like I said, I haven't even started it yet. This does come with the Predator side tube steps, which are technically a $795 option, but I'll likely change those out for some Go Rhinos, or perhaps Westcott Design sliders. I might try that out this time around just to shake things up a little bit. So more to follow on that. But that's how much we paid for it, and I'm pretty happy about it. Yeah, especially in today's market, I think this can still be chalked up to a pretty good win. Let me get it in the, so 56,135. So I think you can chalk that up to a win in today's crazy market. Honestly, I was going to buy, this is where you're gonna think I'm a little crazy. I was gonna spend about the same amount, so 55,000 for a Voodoo Blue Tundra TRD Pro. So 2019 Voodoo Blue Tundra TRD Pro, with only 4,500 miles on it, about. So I was gonna take a trip down to Florida to pick up one of those. So I was super close to doing that. And honestly, if this one didn't pop up, I probably would have. A part of me was always reluctant, apprehensive to do that, just because the 2019, you know, it doesn't have the push to start. It doesn't have the updated infotainment here like this one does here. So it is missing a few bells and whistles. Not to mention the 2019 has like an, you know, a regular, and this is a small thing, but a regular antenna sticking out here. It just screams 2007. Whereas, you know, you don't have to worry about that with this. A small thing there though. But I think Voodoo Blue would have been cool because it would have been different, as I've already had this exact same truck, same color and everything. So it's a little extra redundant. But like I said, it's not necessarily for the channel here for views. It's the truck I love. So that's why we got it. And that's why we're doing this again. What really kind of solidified it was I was truly going to look at the 22. And the 22, I'm sure with the TRD Pro, once we see the TRD Pro variant trim level of the 22 Tundra, I'm sure I'm going to love it. I'm sure it's going to be great looking. I mean, the interior shots already look miles ahead of this one here. I don't know. It's just, I don't like what I'm seeing yet anyway, if I'm being honest. So that's what kind of pushed me toward going this direction again. And just feeling really good about this. A lot of unknowns with the 22 at the moment. So you let me know what you think, if this was a wise decision to lean this way and stick with the 5.7 liter V8 versus that new twin turbo V6 variant. So let's do a walk around. It feels weird not even, haven't even started it yet. So we'll get the bed liner in there. One thing I didn't cheap out on this time around was the TRD decals for the embossed TRD Pro back here in the bed. So last time, and I guess with each of my Tundras before, I've cheaped out and I've gotten just the real basic vinyl inserts that you can get off of Amazon, right? I think they're like $40, if that, the black ones that you can stick in here. This time around I did go with like a pretty legit decal, super thick. I mean, it's similar to, it's just much thicker, a little bubbly, and it fits perfectly in here as well. So I mean, it was $125, which I don't like about that, but it should look great. I'm gonna go ahead and test this. This is gonna be a first time check. I don't think it does have a tailgate lock. Let's see, let's listen for it. Nope. So yeah, I didn't think so anyway. But this is it. Tell me what you guys think. I'm expecting a lot of spears for this one, just because we're back to back to square one, if you will. And by me having this, you guys might be able to guess which one is going off is on the chopping block for Monday, this next week. I am excited to fire it up though and listen to that glorious TRD dual catback exhaust. I absolutely love that. In fact, I'll start it up for fun. Yeah, might as well. I'll pop in. See, with these Predator steps, I just rode the struggle bus pretty hard right there. You couldn't tell though, but I put my foot up on it, treating it like a Go Rhino side step, and just put my foot somewhere, and I did not step on the actual step, so that didn't work. All right, so we're 4 miles on it. Push the start. It's like this whole setup in here is just ancient and a half at this point, right? You either love it or you hate it. I was talking to a salesman in there. He loves the look of the 4Runner, but just on the inside, it's just way too dated for him. And I totally get it. It's a personal preference thing. Same goes for the Tundra, of course. I personally have grown to really appreciate this about Toyota products, and you guys have heard me meow about that plenty. So you got a little first aid kit down there, just kind of, and that looks like, not sure what that book is, might be the owner's manual holder or something for it right there. The bed rail system pieces there. My bag. Got that rear glass window that goes up and down all in one piece, which is awesome. And your sunroof here, your controls for it. So you're gonna have crawl control, all the other amazing off-roading features that you get in the TRD Pro 4Runner and Tacoma. You're gonna have that in the next Tundra. So again, kind of dating this one even a little bit more. I'll be quick to do the usual on this. The usual AJT design treatment to get this black, swap out the plastic chrome here, and just improve the look of that, as well as the AJT design rings, vent rings up here. So it definitely, every time it sounds ugly to say, I know, but every time I buy one of these, I feel like that great feeling comes back, and I love it. I love just everything about this simplicity. I love the Tonka truck door handle, everything. I love the simplicity of all the controls. It's just amazing. There's your seats, seat controls. So the gentleman who posted it, and I'll leave their contact information in the description for fun. They were great to work with here, and this was one of the fastest, I think it is the fastest that I've actually arrived here. They had all the paperwork ready, and I just signed a few things, and they gave me the keys. And they knew that I've owned a couple of these before. They didn't know I had a YouTube channel or anything. I told them when I was in there. But it was the fastest arrive, pick up and go purchase I've ever done, which is pretty cool. So nothing you guys haven't seen before, of course, at this point, but for the new folks stopping by, figured I'd show a little bit more in detail. This is brand new, newest it will ever be right now. And by the sounds of it, they had, and I believe them, I know for a fact, they had tremendous interest in the thing. They said they probably had the thing sold 10 times over on the first weekend that they just posted it. It's just people blew them up on it. And the gentleman I saw, he posted it on Marketplace. So they got the dual exhaust here. These stock Michelin tires they're great tires by the sounds of it. They're just kind of, they don't look the part is all, right? So that's why we're going to be quick to upgrade them to the Knitted Ridge grapplers. I'll show you the It's that TRD tuned Fox suspension. Of course, all the blacked out accents, which makes it a Pro. When I actually put on the Nitto Ridge grapplers, I'll just need to remove that front little spat, which is super easy, as you'd imagine, just takes a couple minutes per side. But yeah, there you have it, guys. Back to the Tundra. I know some of you will be happy to see this. A lot of you will be WTF about it, and that's okay. But here you are. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything else that I should consider getting this time around, or doing a little bit better this time around, aside from actually trying to keep it this time, right? We'll see. So, all right, team. I'll wrap up the video. I already made this plenty long, but appreciate you watching as always, and we'll go ahead and start the timer. Till next time.